What if I told you that the discovery of a whole new continent happened because of a mistake? Not a small mistake, a huge one. A math error made over 1,000 years before it mattered? This is the story of a map. A map that was wrong, and because it was wrong, ships sailed west into the unknown, a new world was found, and the entire course of human history was changed forever. Long before satellites, long before GPS, long before anyone had ever seen a photo of Earth from space, people still knew one important fact: the Earth was round. This wasn't new information in the 1,400 seconds. Ancient Greek scholars had figured this out over 1,000 years earlier. One of them, a brilliant thinker named Eratosthenes, even calculated the size of the Earth using nothing but shadows, sticks, and simple math. And remarkably, he got very close to the real number, but knowing the Earth is round is one thing. Knowing exactly how big it is, that's a different problem entirely, and that's where our story really begins. Centuries after Eratosthenes, a mapmaker and astronomer named Claudius Ptolemy created one of the most influential maps in geography books in human history. It was used, copied, and trusted for over 1,000 years. There was just one problem: Ptolemy underestimated the size of the Earth. He also overestimated how far Asia stretched to the east. That man was Christopher Columbus, a sailor from Genoa, Italy, with a bold and risky idea. He believed that instead of sailing all the way around Africa to reach Asia, ships could reach the same destination faster by sailing west, straight across the ocean. On paper, using Ptolemy's small version of the Earth, this seemed totally possible. Columbus believed the journey from Europe to Asia by sailing west would only take a few weeks. He brought this plan to king after king, looking for money and ships. Most experts of the time actually rejected his numbers. Not because they thought the Earth was flat, but because their own calculations, using more accurate distances, showed the ocean crossing would be far too long for any ship to survive. In a strange twist, the skeptics were right, and Columbus was wrong. But he sailed anyway. In 1492, with backing from the King and Queen of Spain, Columbus set out across the Atlantic Ocean with 3 ships and a crew that grew more anxious with every passing day. Weeks went by. No land. The crew grew restless, worried they'd sail forever into empty ocean. Then land appeared. Columbus was certain he had done it. Reached islands near Asia. He believed this for the rest of his life. He never knew the truth. He hadn't found a shortcut to Asia at all. He had bumped into something nobody in Europe knew existed. A completely new continent. The mistake in the math had led him to a place the map never showed, because the map makers didn't even know it was there. Word of this new land spread across Europe, but it took years before people fully understood what had actually happened. It wasn't a mapmaker who first got the story right. It was another explorer, Amerigo Vespucci, who argued that these lands were not part of Asia at all, but an entirely separate landmass. In 1507, a German mapmaker named Martin Waldseem Löhr created a new map of the world, and on it, he labeled this new continent using a Latin version of Vespucci's first name. That is the exact reason the continent is called America today. All because of one mapmaker's small mistake, corrected by a bold sailor's much bigger one. Let's slow down for a second, because this is the part that really matters. If Ptolemy's map had been accurate, Columbus likely never would have sailed. His own calculations depended on a smaller Earth. If he had known the real distance, historians believe he may have judged the trip impossible, just like the experts who turned him down. Because of that one error, an entire chain of events was set into motion: new trade routes, new colonies, the mixing and clashing of cultures across oceans, new food crops traveling between continents, and the beginning of a truly connected global world. One wrong number on an old map helped shape the modern world we live in today. It's a strange thing to think about. Some of history's biggest turning points didn't come from perfect plans or flawless knowledge. They came from mistakes, from guesses, from someone being confident about something that wasn't even true. The map was wrong. But because of that error, the whole world changed forever. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more untold history, because sometimes the biggest turning points in history start with the smallest mistakes.